Hello everyone, here's the video title. Energy vampires, one way of altering but not preventing energy stealing. So what I've discovered is, and I must say it took me longer than I thought, but it's pretty obvious when you think about it. Money is energy, and you work, for money. You contribute your energy to your job, yeah? So every day you go to work, you contribute your energy, and you get a form of energy back, money. And what I realized in this spiritual warfare, they're able to be subdued, these archons, these demons, not like a reptilian, not a grey, but the archons. I should put archon demons here. So the archon demons can be subdued by money. If you throw money at them, I realize that if they're not taking your spiritual energy because you're suddenly giving them money. Watch. If they're taking your spiritual energy, they're energy stealing, they're doing all sorts of little weird things that they do. What do? Try to get your attention in many different ways. Try to waste your time, try to make things hard for you to use facilities that other people can use freely, etc. There's so many ways of, spiritually energy stealing you. But what I noticed is you can stop that. So if you're all aware of that, you can stop that by throwing money at the problem. It's true. And I don't mean it, to be like shallow or something. It's just something I found out because I started buying a lot more things here, and suddenly they're very happy with me. Everyone changed their behavior. It's very interesting at this campground here, and there's far less spiritual energy stealing all of a sudden. And this has only just happened in the last few weeks, so that's why I've suddenly realized this. And it's taken probably longer than it should have, because it's pretty an obvious realization, because money is energy. It's just a different form of energy to your natural spiritual, energy emitting out of your body, or loose energy. Loose or loose energy. Good. So, and it's definitely just the archons you can do this with. You're not going to be able to bribe. It's basically bribery. You can't bribe a reptilian or a grey. It doesn't work properly. So this is something that happens with the archon demons, and they're very ancient, the archon demons. But they demand tribute, I've noticed, in some way. So if they're not, demanding you, here's another way they'll demand your spiritual energy or tribute. That they need to feel like they're in control. If you don't let them feel like they're in control, they'll kick you out, or they'll make things even harder, etc. This can be in your job, in your house, apartment, whatever. But if you're not tributing in some way, things will get worse. But what I've found is, instead of, you doing your loose tributing, or, being a little bitch for them and submitting, because they demand you submit, so you're the sub-inferior. Instead of all that, if you throw money at the situation, watch it go away and watch them become happy. It's very interesting. Suddenly all this end of it stops. Maybe not the loose, which is like your loose energy, but definitely the spiritual bombardment and the warfare will stop. Maybe not completely, but 90%, a lot. Anyway, so try it out if you have the ability to, but realize something, that it's still energy. It's still energy that you're giving anyway. So it's up to you which you give. You can alternate, you know, between the two, which is easier for you at the time on your path to keep going, you know, with a little bit of ease, so you don't make things too hard, maybe, is how I should say it. So it doesn't prevent it, okay? This is not prevention. I do have another video series called Preventing Organic Portal Energy Stealing. I'm up to number 3 here. This video is coming soon. I've almost oops, sorry, loud rain. I've almost published number 2. So number 3 is coming out of that, and that's actually preventing, how to prevent it. But you know, it's difficult. So this is just one way of altering it. Really, this is not really preventing it, because still the money is energy. So whether it's the spiritual or the money, it's still energy. So this is altering it. And yes, organic portals are energy vampires. So maybe I could even call this video organic portal energy vampires to be even more correct. So there's the video title. Just some things to think about. Okay, Benjamin Kallenberg, consciousazine.net. Hey guys, please sign up for the Patreon as well. It's a lot easier if I get patrons on my Patreon than random donations, because, you know, random donations are random and I can't create a budget around it. If I have Patreons, or, you know, the website Patreon that I put under every video now. Sorry, the link was not working for a long time. I just fixed it the other day. But now in 2019 it's working, so I just want to start it off because there's no one on there, because I didn't even have the link working properly. But if you join my Patreon, you can just, you know, sign up and do $1 a month instead of, you know, a $30 donation for a food plant teaching video, which I love to do, and explore the food plants. But because, you know, herbs have saved a lot of lives, you know, and garlic's a herb. You know, there's no herb deception, because superbugs, you know what a superbug is? Antibiotic resistant bacteria. And, you know, garlic has been found with up to 40 different antibiotics. So that's more than the dual antibiotics that the pharmaceutical or hospital industry will give you. So actually garlic is a good way to prevent superbugs from, you know, unleashing on the populace. And, you know, bacteria, they do fish for the DNA of other dead bacteria, and that's how they become superbuggish. A superbug can resist a lot of medicine like antibiotics, so you want something more complex like garlic, which may have several strains of antibiotics in it at once, more even than 2 or a dual antibiotic. So there's no herb deception at all. Even though people might be pushing herbs, that doesn't mean herbs themselves are a deception. And yes, I know all about light body healing and healing without herbs, but I'm telling you they're very helpful, and you're going to see that more and more, not less and less, in this future. This dystopian future they're trying to create. Also see a video on the Gold Ring Game of Enlightenment and Abundance playlist I've got on my YouTube channel called 13 Steps to Hell. This is essentially the elite's 13 steps plan into the helliest world they're creating, or the dystopian sort of future they want. But, you know, the overriding stream of consciousness, while they are trying to create something lesser, the overriding stream of mass consciousness really is a golden age, and that's the overriding stream. But first they are, you know, the elites, the people in control, so to speak, when they're not really. They're kind of in control. They're trying to create something lesser. And there's a video called 13 Steps to Hell in that Gold Ring Game of Enlightenment and Abundance playlist I have on my YouTube channel. So yeah, just lastly, I wanted to re-mention, just if you can sign up for my Patreon, I'd be very thankful. It creates a better way for me to budget, because then I know, okay, I have $10 a month coming in, $30. Say one person donates $30 a month. That's obviously more than 10 people at $1 a month on the Patreon. So if you contribute through my PayPal at $30 and I create a food plant teaching video, that's awesome. but I can't budget that way. So notice I'm not being greedy, because I could leave it as it is and get a larger donation amount every donation, $30. So I'm not being greedy, I'm just trying to work out a better way for me to budget. Okay, and for smoothness, and since this video was on, ease, and, going easy and steady, I thought it's a good time to mention it. So if you join up for my Patreon for even just $1 a month, I'd be really thankful. It just gives me the ability to budget and to know, the ability of foresight, to know for sure, okay, this month there's going to be that much there. It's going to be easier for me to make my budget. Alright, I won't harp on. Benjamin Kalberg, consciousazine.net.
consciousazine.com Chronicles.
The Andromeda Enlightenment has come to us. We are beyond the veil and see clearly the path to the central sun. The children of light guide us to our destination, as they are born into the world with wisdom and power. There are those souls who have waited until this time to come forward and empower the grids connecting the Earth to the galaxies. The veil has hidden us from the light which has always been ours. Breathe in the higher light and feel your light body grow and be refreshed in the stream of the river of heaven. You are being born into multidimensional consciousness. It was told to you that the Christ would return, and so not one but millions have returned, and you are one. With every breath you take, the higher light shines stronger and stronger. In your presence, in the shelter of love and light, grows and beats the divine energy of the central sun. You are a flower of the divine heart, which is being found by the rays of the new day that has broken through the veil of the dark clouds. Beyond the veil, the confusion of the past disappears, and quickly your eyes lift up to see the sky and sing with the cosmic choir. The mantra of universal consciousness opens in oneness to the heart of the earth, and you experience the expansion in all and in acceptance. Communion has been reached, for the man and the goddess have exchanged energies and become balanced in their fields, and a cascade of spirits are receiving the golden light of Andromeda. Guided from the heart of the universe, from where all things have their origin, the energy of the grand central sun radiates in spirals, the gold and silver strands set forth on a beam of white light, the central strand. The beam of light is reaching to the earth to align the heart and the hara with the rose pink and ultraviolet blue to purify the lower centers and give harmony to the emotional body of men and women. In this gathering emotional experience that is being felt by all men and all women, the pure white light streams into the body, into the very center of the spirit. Creative love inspires the passion of the divine union, for the soul opens to become alive with starlight. The goddess has touched the man who was lost and brought him back to feel the beat of his heart. The heart chakra opens as the goddess accepts her creative power from the mother, and her abdomen glows with golden light. The light rises upward to the heart of man. In accordance with all that has been given, the masters of love are male, and the masters of light are female. The divine guides to the central sun and beyond are the children. The Andromeda enlightenment quietly allows for the Arcturian alignment to give man love and women power. Women now hold again the goddess power within the Hara, centered in the second chakra, which empowers all life into form. Men now again hold divine love within the heart chakra. Together, humanity, man and woman, bring the creative power of life into the central soul of the body, so that the children may be the masters of power and engage the enlightenment to full oneness and acceptance. The children of light and power are awakening and will speak wisdom, truth, and clarity. The time has come for the expansion of the enlightened ones to guide the weary ones on the lighted pathway. The children of the enlightenment are born today, and in their minds the power of creation unfolds. Listen to their hearts sing as you are brought into their presence as they receive the wisdom of higher light. The lighted pathway is the road you walk, and you walk in unity. All is forgiven and always has been. You are seeing the truth in your own eyes. The children of the enlightenment have awakened the secret that the veil is gone. The veil is lifted, and they are walking forth in power and light to bring you into your soul's presence. Let it happen. Allow the children to speak without judgment. Their words will free the world. You will receive the gift as you let your own veil fall from your face and feel the sunshine warm your spirit. It is given that you are now a human in alignment with your heart and your womb. Light is ascending and descending upon the tree of life, and you feel your spine tingle with every breath of light. Upon this prophecy you are given divine oneness by the light shining through the eyes of the children of enlightenment. Millions of voices can be heard singing in harmony and speaking magical invocations of mystical awakening and practical attunement. Gather your energy and love to ascend with the galactic family of light. The painful dream is over and you are awake. Awake and come forth to be again with the family. Breathe light into your being and feel it rise into your higher mind. Let the golden sphere of light glow and expand to include your heart, your mind, your body, all your emotions, all your relations, all your world. You are the Savior. You are the child within. You are the Christ within. You are the divine golden light that surrounds the world. The children of enlightenment awaken the power of Andromeda to guide the stream of love on the Milky Way to the central sun.